Hi guys, welcome to Weekend Dev Challenge by CodeChef. In this, every week we'll be giving you development challenges to give you a hands-on experience on coding, to improve your skills on coding. So this is Weekend Dev Challenge 35 and let's get started. So the first project is Blockbuster Evolution Project. So what we're going to do in this is basically we study about which studios dominate the market. There are several movie studios. We'll analyze which studio dominates the market. How has the industry grown financially over the decade or the past 20-30 years, and then what are the short-term revenue trends. So these things we'll be analyzing from the dataset, that is movies.csv, a dataset called movies.csv. We'll be analyzing that. So let's get started. First is basically df equal to pd.read.csv, the standard loading the dataset. If not, then we throw an error saying file not found error, and then we have the function called clean data. So this clean data is basically we first create a copy of the data frame to avoid modifying the original data. So we create a copy saying df.copy, and then from this copy, whatever is there, that will check the released column. So then in this released column, we'll be converting that into normal data time. So what time was when was the data movie released in the standard format, and then we check if the gross, whatever the gross margin is there, gross, if it is empty. If it is empty, we remove that particular row. All right. So then we have the next function called optimize memory. So this basically we have to convert the string into category to save RAM. So category consumes less memory as compared to string. So we check if there are certain repeated columns in certain repeated values in particular columns, that is in rating, genre, and country. So if there are repeated these things, then we convert that into category instead of keeping the string columns. So now how do we convert for column in categorical columns? We check if the column is already there in the optimized column. If it is not, not there, then we convert. If it is there, then we move ahead. Now, ranking studios. So basically the studios is, we first take a studio gross variable. So in this we group by the company and we check the highest gross. So we take the total gross ka sum and we group it by company. The company is basically, a studio. So then we have the, ranks. We, display in the decreasing order of the movies gross. So highest collection comes first, followed by the next. And method min is basically for if there is tie between two groups, it gives them the same ranking. After that, we have to convert it into a clean table of saying total gross, studio gross, rank, and that particular rank of that studio. So next function is calculate industry growth. So how has the industry grown over the past decade? So how do we do that? Is basically calculating the cumulative gross revenue over time. So we have to first check the release date. So this release date, we have to sort it in the order of the release date because we need it in particular decade order. And then we check in that sorted release date, we check by from 1980 to the current movies, we check all the gross of that particular and we take the sum of the gross. Now, after that we have the trend analysis. So in this trend analysis, we have we have to sort it by the released order, and then we take the first three, the top three movies, average of the gross of the current movie plus previous two movies. So latest three movies we take in each particular column or value, that particular value. Alright, then we have the main function where we just call all the functions. Let me run the program. So yeah, you can see the top 5 companies are Universal Pictures for the total gross, followed by Paramount, Warner Bros, 20th Century Fox, Columbia Pictures. So these are the gross. Then comes the industrial growth. First 5 entries. Windows, just tell me what you want, and fat so on. Certain movies are there. And recent trends is again recent trends. So yeah, let me submit the program. That's it for this video. I hope you guys have understood this problem. So the test cases have passed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.